Good afternoon, Celtic fans, and welcome back to the channel. In today's Celtic FC news, the breaking transfer news is there is no news. Ange Postecoglou, I did wait until this Celtic done their press conference today before I decided to do a video rather than add to the speculation. The speculation, of course, that broke yesterday that we were about to accept 3.5 million for our grumpy Greek. But as it stands today, as far as Ange is concerned, no one has made any bid for the players. It is all still in the hands of Nicholson. And basically that's it. That's the state of play. We can't go any further than that. There's no use talking about it. The players are in the squad. There's not been any movement. Giakoumakis is still there, still training. So he might be in the squad tomorrow. He might not be in the squad tomorrow. Talking about tomorrow night's game, and Postecoglou did say in his interview, it's fair to say that the game itself and obvious conditions took a fair bit out of the boys at the weekend. So he says, I haven't made his decision on, he says there will be some changes tomorrow. One thing that he did say is Haksabanovic, Ralston, McCarthy and Welsh are back in contention and are training and available. There's some other Johnsons there. Alistair Johnson's back after not being at the weekend. Also, I also went on to say it's fair to say I'll make some changes tomorrow off the back of the weekend's game, but it's also a good one to sort out and freshen up the team a bit. And he did go on to say that he was asked about game time, and he was asked about how he deals with players that want to play, who complain about game time. And he says that a lot of the top players in the squad understand that to be at a big club, you will not play every game. If you want game time and you want to play every game, you basically go to a club that isn't going to win things, that isn't in all competitions, and aren't trying to win trophies and medals, the manager went on to say. So that's basically it. The manager told it as it is. I could have done a video this morning and just added to the speculation. I felt it was right not to on this time, because there was nothing confirmed. You know, there was speculation that Celtic had agreed a 3.5 million deal for the Grumpy Greek to go to Japan, and there was a guy who actually said if Grumpy Greek goes to Japan, he's never going to football again. So I'm going to dig that comment out in tomorrow's video. So other than that, there's no change as it is. James Forrest was then asked if he the manager was asked about VAR as well, and if you probably watched the video and you'll feel that he laughed and said, you haven't been to my last 4 interviews. James Forrest was asked about VAR, and he said his exact words were, it's good that it's been brought into Scotland. A lot of the top leagues around the world, all the top leagues around the world have it. It's just going to take a bit of time for it to bed in and the decisions to be made correct. Jamesy boy. You know for a fact the Masonic Lodge will never make the right decisions as far as you know, right, cut it, leave it there. We'll jump onto the comment section. That's enough of the BS for today. Anyway, comment section is off the back of the comment I put up this morning saying that I wasn't going to do a video. I wanted to see how the transfer business played out today rather than add to the speculation. I put that up in the comments section in the community tab. So on the back of that, Michael McPhee says, should have stayed till the end of the season to boost his value, but he's not actually gone yet. He's definitely worth more than 4 million. Like, he's moaning he's not getting game time due to Kyogo. Kyogo could get injured like he did last year, and then he'll get a good run of games. Do well in bigger clubs will come looking at you that will spend more. I actually think it's to do with his girlfriend wanting to leave after having the baby. Well, if the girlfriend was wanting to leave after having a baby, she doesn't want to go to Japan, surely. I'm not adding to the speculation on that at all. With Gigi, it almost feels like a fire sale, hard to comprehend, low transfer fee. I don't think it's about low transfer fees. I think over the next year or so, you will see transfer fees coming down due to the financial climate. I was listening to a podcast today that's all about companies, big companies that are doing marketing, and some of the ones that were reducing advertising spend. And I know that here on YouTube, advertising spend has went down in January. Ask any YouTuber and they'll tell you that. They know the stats, and they'll see that the what you're getting paid per 1,000 views is just absolutely rubbish this month, and that'll continue for a while. So I think you will see clubs not spending as much because they're not going to be getting as much revenue from shirt sales and everything in the next year or so. That's just my honest opinion, but we're not here to talk about business, we're here to talk about football. Anyway, I'm not even going to try and pronounce this one. Gigi, I've done that one. Tim Celtic says, just can't get my head around this one. Gigi always comes up with the goods. When Celtic, it's madness that we're letting him go. Connor McNeil says, Ange hasn't let us down so far. If Gigi is going, the big man will have a backup plan. And it's never been in doubt. And Andrew Trust. And then James Trevor says, absolutely appalling piece of business by Celtic. Pathetic. And should never be allowed to move on. So, as I say, I can't really add to that speculation, and I don't want to do that. This channel's never been about speculation. There's enough AI channels out there pumping out garbage about Celtic just now. And, I've always tried to stick with the facts, and the facts are that both players are still here, they're still in the squad. There may be some transfer talks ongoing, but that hasn't reached the gaffer's desk as yet. There's no decision being made to sell. There is negotiations going on with agents and players and teams, but it's at Nicholson's door, and until Nicholson turns around to Ange Postecoglou and says, that's it, we're accepting this offer, here it is, are you taking it or are you leaving it, Mr. Postecoglou? Probably doesn't call him that, he probably just says, alright big man. Doubt it. Anyway, on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video. The breaking Celtic transfer headlines is, there's no breaking Celtic transfer headlines. All the players are still here. All the players are still part of Celtic. No one has been sold. No one has been sold for $3.5 million. You never know, he might still go to Japan, but I don't think it'll be for $3.5 million. And on that note, have a great day, Celtic fans all around the world.
Lit. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up to the party. Roll up.